Japan has a word for hospitality so precise, so total, and so completely unreadable to outsiders that it has been defeating visitors for over 1,000 years. The word is Omotenashi. And it is about to become your problem. Somewhere in Japan right now, a conversation is happening that you cannot hear. You are almost certainly in it. 1% of Japanese consciously know the rules of Omotenashi and read them in real time. 99% of visitors leave without ever realizing that a second, far more important conversation took place. This is about joining the 1%. Here is the central paradox. The visitor feels welcomed, special, looked after to the last detail. They leave with a warm glow of satisfaction. What is actually happening is a graceful, precise, and entirely unspoken signal that it is time to leave. And they have no idea they just caused a small social catastrophe. Japanese society operates on two simultaneous frequencies. Tatemae, the public mask, what is said for the sake of social harmony. And Honne, the private truth, what is actually meant, almost never spoken aloud. Every culture has some version of this distinction. Japan has spent 1,200 years engineering theirs to a degree of precision that is, frankly, impressive. Even most Japanese find it hard to read.
本音は内に秘めるんどす。
For things to understand. The code itself, 700 years of anticipation encoded into hospitality. The signals, 3 phrases that mean the opposite of what they say. The matrix, how the same signal changes meaning depending on where you are. And why Japan, specifically, developed this system. Chapter 1. The Code. 700 years of anticipation. The fundamental law of Omotenashi, you never ask what a guest needs. You simply know. To ask would be to admit that you did not already know, an unacceptable failure. The host who asks has already failed. This rule has been operating continuously in Japan since the 14th century. 3 unwritten laws govern every interaction. First, anticipate, know the need before it is spoken. Second, remove, make problems disappear, silently, without acknowledgement. Third, deflect, decline any request without ever using the word no. These rules have never been formally written down. They do not need to be. Chapter 2. The Signals. Polite words that mean the opposite. The tea is poured. The clock has started. You have approximately 15 minutes to understand what is happening. You have been visiting a Kyoto family. It has been pleasant. Your host smiles and says, "Would you like some tea porridge before you go?" Study those last 4 words. This is Bubuzuke'd. It is not an offer. It is a dismissal. If you accept, you will eat in uncomfortable silence and permanently close this social door. The correct response is to thank them warmly, stand up, and leave immediately. A Kyoto acquaintance admires your watch. What a beautiful watch, they say. Note carefully what has just occurred. You have not received a compliment. You have received an invoice. In Kyoto's social mathematics, to admire something is to request it. The expected response, the only correct response, is to remove it and offer it. You are in a restaurant. Your child is expressing themselves quite freely. An older diner leans across and says warmly, "My, what a lively child." The word Genki, energetic, is doing extraordinary diplomatic work in that sentence. What it is transporting, wrapped in several layers of Kyoto courtesy, is this: the room would like you to do something about that, immediately. The smile is a pressure gauge. It is currently in the red. Chapter 3. The Matrix. For contexts, for signals. The same signal changes meaning entirely depending on where you are. Tea offered at a home visit, leave now. Tea offered at a restaurant, your bill is arriving. Tea offered in a business meeting, the meeting is over. Tea offered in a shop, they are closing. The signal is identical in each case. The context changes everything. Welcome to the 1%. 3 steps to read any signal correctly. 1. Establish context. Are you in a home, restaurant, business meeting, or shop? The setting determines the meaning. 2. Note the timing. When a phrase arrives matters more than the phrase itself. 3. Attend to silence. A pause in Japan is rarely peace. It is almost always discomfort. Chapter 4. Why Japan? 1200 years of saying everything without saying anything. 3 rules to survive Omotenashi. 1. Watch the timing. Arriving late is already impolite before a single word is spoken. 2. Listen for the unsaid. The real message lives in the gap between the words. 3. Leave before you are asked. Exit while you are still wanted. It is the only way to guarantee a return invitation. Now you can read what 99% of visitors will never see. The question is whether you will act on it in time. Have you ever been Bubuzuke'd? Left a Japanese home feeling warm and genuinely welcomed, only to realize, hours later, that you were being politely but firmly asked to leave? Tell us in the comments. And if you found this useful, subscribe. The next lesson is already waiting.